He is going to take us to 2 more of his warehouse locations. This is insane. Okay, I guess I'm buying a whole collection. Well, this is one of our final adventures with Jacob. He is going to take us to 2 more of his warehouse locations. The first location is a quick process warehouse. So this is where he drops the stuff prior to it going to his auction. He does run an auction house that has been in his family for decades. It's burners.com, and they do online auctions. You can order from them because they ship. So it's his quick flip warehouse. It's smaller than the others, and we're gonna go there first, and then after that we are going to his other warehouse, which is similar in size to the first and jam-packed with treasure. So that's what we're doing today, and this is the last adventure with Jacob and Burner Brothers Antiques. So here we go. You have a lot of shoes in here.
Okay, yeah. So there's a story behind that.
Oh yeah?
I don't remember what the gentleman did, but they had a lot of money in South Florida, and we ended up buying their estate. And we go through all of the clothing and the shoes. A lot of the shoes that we sold all were original boxes.
Yeah.
And we found Chanel and Louis Vuitton and like really high-end stuff. And then some of these shoes would have like $1,600 for a pair of shoes.
Seriously?
Wow.
Wow.
I don't know what size foot you wear, but
I have big feet. Oh,
there's a bunch of shoes there.
Mackenzie Childs. There you go. That's interesting. She is super fancy. All right, this is gonna be the thumbnail right here. Oh my gosh. Oh. This is either gonna be the thumbnail or it's gonna be my death. We'll see. Oh my Lord. This is insane. But it's still more organized than my shop, so it's looking good from up here.
It looks better up there.
It looks good. It looks organized.
From up there, it's like, oh, this is okay.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna make a pile.
What I like is I understand people have to make money. You know, like I get it. Perfect. It's the start.
That's the start of a pile.
That's the start.
It's an out.
This is remnants from that house I was telling you about in Lauderdale.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen the Mermaid and the Sailor before. The Intelligent. That's fantastic. There's Smoochy Smoochy. Copper on enamel. Enamel on copper. Cut it both ways. There's a little Eckholt. I like Eckholt. I do pretty well with these little things. Wow, you have a whole collection of these. I didn't realize that. The Van Intelligent.
You should buy a whole collection.
I guess I should. I didn't realize how many there were. I was just so excited about the mermaid one. There's like a zillion of them here. Okay, I guess I'm buying a whole collection. There's some Costa Oda.
It goes this way. It's a block up for Ohio State. He made these, and he had like, I'm guessing 25, 30,000 of them. I don't remember how many. Anyways, he passed on, and I bought them from his wife. And it filled a semi.
Oh my goodness.
Almost a whole semi full of Ohio State windows.
Oh my goodness.
So I had them in here, and a guy comes in and says, I want to buy all your windows. I'm like, all right, I'll sell you some of the windows. So we had lamps and windows, and then he bought them off of me because he was going to put them online and do all this stuff, and then he couldn't sell them, and so he's got he's got this semi full of Ohio State windows.
Oh no!
He's put. I mean, he sold some, but like there's still like 90% still there.
Well, you can go online and you can buy some of this guy's windows. I'm sure they could find them if they look.
And they're all officially licensed.
There you go.
So I kept a box full just to remember the story.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That was good marketing too. Now they can go and find these and they can buy them. This is pretty awesome. It just needs cleaned up. So we'll add that to our pile. Is that broken? I can't see if that's broken. That glass in the back.
This piece?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like something's missing right here.
Bummer.
It's the bottom of a piece of
It looks pretty incredible.
Yeah, Venetian. Here it is. No, that's a bear.
The bear. It's like a plastic bear that sits on top of that glass piece.
Well, we can still sell you that. You can, if you want to do something with it. I'll pass it over.
We're passing. Wait, let me put down this enormous hunk of glass.
There you go.
And take that really petite little thing. Let's see. Oh, wow, that's beautiful.
Isn't it wonderful?
Yes.
That was
Wow.
probably put in here 10 years ago.
Exactly 10 years ago. That is really pretty. I might still buy that. Somebody will want that. Alright, we have to grab a few more things. I like this. And earlier I was eyeing this up. This. I do kind of like the colors of that. Like, why am I getting this burnt thing? But also, I feel like it has potential.
It does.
Alright. This is really neat. Shot glass. That's wild. Alright. I think that might be it. Alright. Well, welcome back to present time chaos. We went from the warehouse to this. So my total spend there with Jacob at the other warehouse was $300. Our time got cut a little bit short because DoorDash showed up, and we ended up going and meeting his family for dinner, and just hanging out and chit-chatting into early hours of the morning. But it was just such a fantastic experience. I enjoyed it so much, and we already have plans to go back and visit, and I'm bringing Laurel and I'm bringing Andrew with me. Unfortunately, the other two are in school, so they're going to be hanging back, but I'm sure eventually they will make it to Springfield with us. But it was just such an amazing experience. I had so much fun with Jacob and Josh, and just being able to see their business and how it operates on a much larger scale than what I'm doing right now. We usually run 100 to 200 items at auction every week, whether that's Whatnot or eBay. That's how much we're moving through online listings. And they're running 1,000 every week through their online auction site, because Jacob is an auctioneer in Ohio, so they have burners.com where he runs 1,000 lots every week. And then on top of that, they have their own antique mall where they have multiple booths, and they're moving stuff through their booths. Of course, I have 2 booths over at Bedford Street where we move stuff, but it was really neat to see an operation similar to mine on a much larger scale, and to see it succeeding and to see it thriving. And it made me feel like, you know what, maybe I'm doing something right. Even when I get all those comments about, you should tidy up, you should organize better, you should do this, you should do that, you should do that. And it's like, you know what, maybe I'm doing something right. maybe it's not that bad. But anyway, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go through a few of the things that I picked up when I was at Jacob's other warehouse, because I was just kind of grabbing things and I wasn't really talking a whole lot about them. So I wanted to go through them one more time with you guys, just to give you more of an overview of what I was grabbing and why I was grabbing it, because I felt like I was just snatching things up, and maybe that left you wondering, well, why? So I'm going to answer the why right now, because I've got this stuff over here on the table. So let me show you why. I didn't get a whole lot. I didn't have a whole lot of time. We were just waiting for DoorDash to get there. And so, I mean, this was maybe like 20-30 minutes tops. And as you can see, I was kind of in a hurry just grabbing stuff. So let's go through it together. You can see I got all of these Van Telligen salt and pepper shakers, which were really fun. These are your typical Vantelligen. I come across them a lot. Just little animals, teddy bears. I think that this and this are both teddy bears, pink and brown. And then we have ducks here and bunnies. And these are just basic, standard, average. They usually sell, I want to say, $18 to $28 on average for these ones. These are the more rare salt and pepper shakers as far as Vantelligen goes. This is the Sailor and the Mermaid. And I was really excited to find these because I've never owned them before. I mean, I'm only going to own them briefly, but I've never had them before. So I was really excited to have my hands on them, and now I'm going to pass them along. So they're usually kissy, huggy. You can see the mermaid. She's gorgeous. She's a little butt showing, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense because she's supposed to be a mermaid. Doesn't she have a fin? She got a little bit of a fin. You can see Vantelligen there on the back. They are all marked Vantelligen. These, the Sailor and the Mermaid, sell for about $45 to $55 for this set. I remember back when I first started buying and selling, they sold for a little bit more, but I guess the prices come down a little bit. Anyway, I was really excited to come across those. So it's a collection. There's more than 3. This here, I was trying to get a closer look at this because I realized that it is signed. Let's see if I can show you guys here. Obviously, I don't have the lights on. I don't think I ever have the lights on. Oh, here's the signature. Let's see if I can get the light to catch it right. So here it says Made in Italy on that corner. You can kind of see made there, Made in Italy. And then on this corner, it is also marked. So I couldn't quite make out the signature. It almost looks like Thames or Tim's. I was able to find one online on WorthPoint actually, and they called it an ice bucket. And I'm thinking that's really shallow for an ice bucket. I guess you don't really need that much ice. I just thought it was just a faceted box. But yeah, I thought it was really neat. The one on WorthPoint had sold for $150. I would have guessed $85 to $125 on this. I'll probably include it in my Lucite sale, which I think I have enough. I'm just going to have to double check, and then I'll get it scheduled on Whatnot. So that was exciting. I didn't really think it would sell for $150, but that was neat to find that comp on there. And the one that I found, they didn't mention anything about it being signed, so the signature could put it over that. I'm not really sure. Now this is a magnetic trinket box. It has a magnetic closure. I pick these up when I find them, even when they're made in China. I can usually sell them for $18 to $24. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this open one-handed because it does have that magnetic closure. Let me see. So this does have a marking on the inside. It looks like an R. I'm not familiar with that one. But like I said, I can usually get $18 to $24 for these. And I liked the frog on the lily pad, so I decided to pick it up. Very darling. We found some Eichholt. And it is signed and dated on the bottom. This is a 1983 Eichholt. I liked the gold. I thought the gold was really pretty. And a piece like this, I would probably expect to get $85 to $120 on this. Beautiful vase. Oops, it just knocked over my bunny. I did not get that at the warehouse. This egg has a piece of paper inside. It says handmade by Hinos Figueroa Ruiz. So I'm not really sure what that means. I've never seen anything. It says Spain. So this was made in Spain. But what I liked about it was really just the contrast of those colors. That copper luster with the blue I thought was really nice. It's egg-shaped. For a piece like this, I'd probably expect to get $24 to $28. So it's nice. Then we have the Bertil Valian here. So Bertil Valian did a zoo series, and there's hippos, giraffes. This is the lion. You can usually recognize them because they're flat, flat creatures. And this one sells for, I want to say, 50 to 65. I think that's the current market on these. I'll have to double check. I don't know if there's various sizes, so I need to double check and make sure that I have the size right on that. I think this is Bimini. They're known for their super, super paper thin glass vases, little bud vases. What I loved about this is that it has a rainbow on it. I've never seen one with a rainbow. They usually have swirls, so you can see the swirls, but never seen one with a rainbow. I had a Bimini piece once. They were like eels. I don't know if you guys remember those. I bought them at Old Glory, and they were eels, snakes. They were really super cool. But this is a little bud vase. So the Bimini doesn't typically sell for a ton of money, but I would expect maybe $28 to $35 on this. And what's really cool is I think that Mercury glass deer I found is also Bimini. So that's Germany, German glass. Here we have a shot glass with a flower in the bottom. I thought this was really nice. I need to get it cleaned up though. I don't know who makes this per se, but if I was to speculate, I'd say Murano. Same with this, likely Murano. I don't really have a value for this because it is damaged, so I'd probably just stick that to auction and see what happens. But I just thought it was a gorgeous piece. Somebody could display that. Somebody could definitely display that, even in its current condition. The shot glass, I don't know, I'd say $28 to $35 for the shot glass with the flower in the bottom. It'll look a lot nicer when it's cleaned up. Here are a few pieces of enamel on copper. This one is Bovano. I find Bovano a lot, and it's missing the sticker. So it was exciting to have a piece with a sticker with a sunflower on it. There's a little bit of chipping on the edge, but you have to be careful with the enamel on copper because it bruises really easily, because this is essentially glass on top of copper. And so if it gets struck too hard, if it gets hit, it will crack and it will fracture. So, Cheshire, Connecticut. Nice little dish. Probably, again, $28 to $35. This goes like this. Somebody on a boat, possibly on a lake scene. It's marked Thel. And I didn't know if this was short for Thelma Winter, who I've purchased pieces by Thelma in the past. You guys may remember the mermaid. That was super fun. And I also have the Mother Mary that I got when I was in Mount Dora. So she did ceramics and she did enamel on copper. And I didn't know if that was short for her name. It doesn't really strike me as her style. The copper on enamel pieces I have found were really kitschy, like a mermaid, and I think I found a cat. This is just kind of a lake scene, so I don't know. I found one of these Thel pieces that had sold, and it sold for $40. So I would say right around there probably. Here's a Bertil Valian bowl. It is marked on the bottom. You can kind of make it out. Bertil Valian. This is Costa Boda. It's kind of a signature mark, or it's a signature design. You see that, you know it's Bertil Valian. I think there are different sizes of this bowl as well. So Bertil Valian, again, Bertil Valian. This is probably like $65, if I had to guess. I didn't actually look it up. I come across it quite often. Mackenzie Childs. I got that from the first warehouse. That was very exciting. He charged me $50 for that. He charged me $50 for that, and I think I could get upwards of $150 for the set. So here is a small Murano dish. You guys know I have a weakness for Murano. I see it, I'll buy it. A small dish like this, probably I don't know, $45 to $65 for a small one like that. That owl is wonderful, and it is signed. It's Mexico JD. I don't know who that is. I tried looking it up. I couldn't find another JD, but it is Tonala pottery out of Mexico. It's folk art. I didn't see any chips or cracks on it. It's large. Sold the smaller ones before. This one's huge. So probably 45 to 65 on that would be my guess. This is driving me absolutely nuts. I've been staring at it since yesterday because it's signed. I'm going to take you over to the window. It has a signature here. And I cannot make it out. So it's signed here on this side. And it's also signed on this side. And I didn't notice that when I picked it up. I don't even think I looked at the bottom. But there's a 60, which I assume is a date of 1960. I don't know if you guys can figure that signature out. I would be incredibly grateful. But I could not figure it out. There it is again. So yeah, that's what I'm working with. It is a beautiful piece. I'm not too sure about this one. For what it is, a really nice art glass vase. I would guess the value to be $95 to $120 for what it is. Now that signature could put it over that. That's the fun things about signatures. You get the right artist and suddenly you're looking at something that's worth $200, $300 if it's the right signature. And then this. You guys are like, where did you get that? I got that at the warehouse, remember? It was black. Now it's clear, thanks to Shelby. I came in and it was almost perfectly clear. There was some wax residue, so what I realized is somebody used this as a candle holder. Shelby got it almost completely clean, and there was some wax residue in there. So I took it over to the sink, ran it under hot water, and just wiped out the wax, and here we have it. So this is Murano, and Peter actually helped me decipher the signature on this. Let me pull out my phone. All right, this is Renato Anatra. And I did look this artist up on Northpoint, and there weren't a whole lot of listings available. So I don't know if this is a more obscure Murano artist. But you can see there is an original sticker here that still has some of that char on it because this piece was charred to heck. But now it's just this beautiful clear lump of glass. So as it sits, looking at comps, I would say probably $125 to $175 on this. That's probably what the value is based on what I was seeing as far as comps go. So that's everything we got in this video. And like I said, I just wanted to do a review of it because I wasn't really going into much detail. I was just grabbing stuff because I knew we were in a hurry. We were waiting for DoorDash. And I really wanted to give you guys just a thorough overview of everything that I did purchase. So, like I said, my total cost on that, everything you saw there was $350. $300 on everything that I got from the other warehouse. I'm just going to call it the other warehouse. And then $50 on the Mackenzie Child. So that pretty much sums up our visit with Jacob and Josh. We already have something on the calendar for November, and I am so excited. Jacob has already told me that he has some house calls he's going to get lined up. You guys know I love going on house calls, and I've been watching their videos, and they just did a pick at a house that was like real messy, and like there was stuff strewn about, and that's like my favorite, is picking through a house where it's like really messy and you really have to dig for the treasure. It's a treasure hunt, you know. So anyway, I'm really looking forward to that. I hope you guys are too. If you aren't subscribed to their channel, I know I've talked about them in multiple videos at this point, but this will be the last time for a while. Go and check out their channel, Burner Brothers Antiques, all one word. Yeah, it was really awesome to hang out with them and spend time with them and their family, and just get to know them and how they run their business, and see how it works. And get to experience my business on a much larger scale. So yeah, I'm gonna end this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I guess I'll see all of you tomorrow. So long.